Greetings, warriors! Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2. So today we're going to talk about transmuting your sexual energy. So I've had a lot of questions about this. So let me kind of spend some time focusing on this one. I'm also going to do one on the addiction of pornography as well. I did one on NoFap, but let me kind of on fapping, but let me go back and also talk about pornography and what it does. So let's focus this one on transmuting sexual energy. So before I start, please subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I'm trying to help people, especially younger people and older people, certainly. But because I've had a lot of experience with a lot of these type of things over the years, I want to kind of share my experiences and urge, especially the men in the audience, to hold on to their energy and not just throw it away, because it does make a difference in your life. I remember I was talking about that video I saw with the 95-year-old man who was talking about that one of the reasons he lived so long was not to be chasing, girls around and doing all kinds of crazy stuff and eating right and doing those type of things. And we'll talk about nutrition as well. I think I have a video coming up on that as well. So please subscribe, like, and comment. And anytime people comment, I'm happy to kind of talk about certain issues. So, transmuting energy. So, Napoleon Hill had come up with a term in transmutation. You can talk about transferring. Somehow, the key here in definition is trying to use your energy to benefit you. That's the key. So, somehow, when you're having that energy and you're getting excited and your dopamine is running to you and you're getting the message that this is exciting, then you need to kind of figure out a way to transfer that energy into something else, more productive, right? So, in my opinion, certainly, unless you're going to have a child and you're planning to have a child and that's the purpose, to procreate, that's the key. So let's kind of go over this a little bit, how the mind works. So you see an image or you see a person who is attractive. All of a sudden, your brain is getting that message and your body reacts to that, and you're getting excited, and you're ready to procreate. And that's kind of the message your mind is getting. So, if you're not actually doing that, and you're fapping and doing those other types of things, then all of a sudden, that energy is gone, not to be regained back. And it takes a while, from what I've read, to actually build up energy on a continual basis. So that's why a lot of men can get drained very easily over time, especially if they're fapping 4 or 5 times a day. So the thing is, you have to control your energy. And in this case, your mind is telling you, well, you're getting excited. Now, certainly you have to have some kind of drive. You need to have some kind of sexual drive to be able to have this. And obviously, if you're at the point you're not, then you need to, kind of get that taken care of. But most of us are in a case where you're still getting some kind of reaction, seeing, a person walking across the street, or you're seeing some sort of attractive type of thing. So for it not to control you, there's several things you can do. Now, let me go back a little bit with our energy. So teaching physics, it's very easy to know there's a number of principles here when it comes to energy. Energy is all around us, first of all. We are all energy. Everything we do and touch is made of molecules, energy, those type of things. So we're all energy. Then the second thing is that you realize that energy cannot be destroyed. You cannot destroy energy. And what ends up happening is the energy is still around us. So it's going somewhere. Just like when you have an ice cube and you put heat to the ice cube, it starts to melt. Well, the molecules and everything are changing within the ice cube, and it's now transferring it into water. If you let it sit for a while and you continue to heat it, it's going to actually turn into a gas and evaporate. It looks like it's gone, but really isn't. So that energy is going somewhere. Now, is the energy going out into the atmosphere because you're fapping? Or is it going into somebody? And are you going to have a child, or are you just doing it just to get short-term satisfaction? The key is going to be how well you use energy. What I'm suggesting is using that energy in a positive way, keeping it within yourself as much as possible. And this is a battle, no doubt about it. Over time, You're going to struggle. You're going to relapse at times. These things are going to happen. But just having this knowledge and having some techniques to do help that. Okay? So remembering that energy is transferred, you can actually kind of keep it within your system to be able to transmute it. So let's look at some ways we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the physical aspect first. So if we're talking about physical aspect, as soon as you see something, that's attractive to you, and obviously you try to avoid images and pictures and all those type of things. But if you see a person, then all of a sudden you say to yourself, okay, how can I control this mentally? I know what's being signaled to me, but how can I shift this? Well, obviously getting involved in physical activity is one of the best things you can do. Go work out, go weight lift, go run, go take, like I take my dog for a walk. Go do different things. Get your mind away from what you just saw and what the message was. The more you can do that, the more things you're active with, the better off you are. If you're sitting in front of a video game, you're sitting in front of a television set, it's very easy to get caught up in that and to go ahead and fap and waste your energy. Okay? The better thing to do is go ahead and do something with that productive, like bettering yourself. Now, if you also have work, obviously, you're not going to be doing it at work. You have lots of work to do. That takes a lot of the hours of the day, and now you just have to kind of do things at night. A lot of times I get up at 3 in the morning because I have so much energy. It's an abundant energy. It's unbelievable. You feel very powerful, even at my age, very powerful type of energy. And I can't even sleep. I get up, and I think either Shab or Troy mentioned this. You can't even, you have so much energy sometimes that you just have to get up, and I just don't feel like sleeping. So I get up and I read, I read my Bible, or I do something else. I work on some work that I have to do, or even do stretching and do some meditation, yoga, things like that, just to keep my mind off of potential problems. Because a lot of times what happens between 3 and 4 in the morning is when you subconsciously end up, as in my case, getting thoughts and dreams and those type of things too. And I think I had a question on that a long time ago as well. So the thing is that you have to kind of understand what's happening and try to prevent that by being busy. Activity is one of the best things to do. Stay away from that computer, stay away from the phone, stay away from the television set. Those type of things will help you from a physical standpoint to overcome that. Okay? So that's one thing. Another thing you do is breathing. Now, one of the things I'll suggest, and I think that I did this before, is as soon as you get that feeling and it's down inside you, you can take some deep breaths through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Okay? The other thing I do is I put one finger down on my nostril, and I breathe in, and breathe out. Now, from a mental standpoint, I visually see myself saying, okay, the energy is going down there, but I don't want it to stay down there. I want it to come back up and nutrient. Now, this may sound silly, but I believe a lot in visualization. I teach public speaking at some of the colleges around the area, and I talk about mentally how you get it approached. Just like a professional athlete going into a game, you approach it differently. So I visually basically see that energy coming back up inside of myself. So even though it was drawn out for the time being, and it didn't get totally out, but it got close, I'm going to draw it back in. And the breathing helps you do that. And you can feel that in your stomach and your chest. And the more you can do that, the better off. And even at 6 years old, and just trying to get back into shape and do the type of things I'm doing, I can see a huge difference. I mean, I feel unbelievable compared to the way I used to feel. And I'm just getting stronger and stronger. And I'm on day 451 right now. And it just is unbelievable how much I feel better and stronger as a person. And so that's the key to try to transmute it. Now, you can practice that. I'd keep practicing it, but try to continue using the breathing and the visualization to be able to kind of use energy. Remember, energy is never destroyed. So once it's going into this and, you're getting ready to kind of, possibly fap, you can kind of use that energy to go back and say, okay, I'm going to shift now and transfer that energy to something else. Okay, so transferring, transmuting, those type of things, you want to make sure you're moving that sexual energy into something that's positive and creating that. So that's the key. So anytime you're ready to see that, or you're getting in a situation where you're about, thinking to yourself, okay, I can't control this, get involved with something. If you trust somebody around you and you don't feel too embarrassed about it and things like that, have them get you involved in something else, okay? Because those are the things that are going to help you be stronger. And so next time, if you're able to avoid it one time, then you become stronger the next time and the next time. And then you become more control of it, okay? There's a lot of things around us right now we don't realize that we're kind of slaves to, even though we don't think of it that way, that we're controlled by. We're not really in control of some of these things. And one of these things is the television and all those type of things. There's a reason why it's called television programming, right? We're programmed. And I avoid television like the plague, if I can. I try to get information any way I can, but not through those type of things. And so I get to choose more things now. It's still a challenge as time goes on. All right, so I'm hoping this is helping you. Please, once again, subscribe, like, comment. If you have any kind of thoughts, ideas, I'm happy to kind of talk about lots of different things. My major purpose is to try to provide information, try to help a lot of the people in the audience, men and women. I think I go back to the women. Women, I know we're in a different type of generation, and there's a lot of strong women out there, but I know there's a lot of women looking for strong men. And it's harder and harder to find those men if those men are fapping all the time and doing things. So thanks for Melanie and some of the people that are listening. I hope I get more female listeners and make comments, because I'm just trying to help. And I'm trying to kind of provide information that can help people. And getting a female's perspective might be a good idea as well. So please, if you're in the audience and you're listening, please go ahead and make comment. All right. So until next time, have a great day and battle on.